Thank you very much for giving me opportunity to share my views about Bahrain banking system. Bahrain is a small country with a population of almost 1.6 million. And out of this 1.6 million, almost 55% of the population is expatriates like me. Bahrain banking system consists of both conventional and Islamic banks, and it's the largest component of the financial system, accounting for over 85% of total financial assets. The banking sector has played a major role in the emergence of Bahrain as a leading financial center in the region. As of July 2020, this was the latest figures from Central Bank of Bahrain, banking sector assets stood at over 212 billion, which is more than 5 times of annual GDP of Bahrain. Central Bank of Bahrain issues several licenses in Bahrain. Those are in separate volumes. The first one is conventional bank license. And the second one, I will not go into details, not to take too much time, but should you have any question, of course, we'll be glad to address it, or later on you can email me to address them. Volume 2 refers to Islamic banking rules and regulations. And then we have insurance and investment business. Fifth one, specialized activities, which are like exchange offices, capital markets, and collective investment undertakings. Factors supported Bahrain's position as regional banking hub. First of all, Bahrain is regional hub, especially for Islamic banking, because they are one of the first countries in the world who has set up the Islamic banking rules and regulations initially. And also Bahrain has taken advantage after what happened in Lebanon, in Beirut. As you know, previously, financial hub of banking system was Beirut. But after issues happened in Beirut in 80s, Bahrain took this opportunity to set up their infrastructure and launch their financial hub. The other factors are industry growth has been supported by an open market economy, stable and prudent macroeconomic and fiscal policies, credible regulatory framework in line with the international standards, which is the most important part, and well-qualified local and expatriate workforce. When you compare Bahrain with other GCC countries, Bahrain is more lucky to have local workforce as well. They have very well educated people, which you can hire easily. There are a total of 376 financial sector institutions in the country as of September 2020. 31 are retail banks. Out of this, 6 are Islamic retail banks. Retail banks means the banks established in local market and provide service to local market as well. 62 wholesale banks. Out of this, 13 is Islamic wholesale banks. The only difference between retail and wholesale banks, there are 2 differences in between, and 2 restrictions, let's say. One of them is if a wholesale bank wants to deal with any local individual or corporate, I mean a resident in Bahrain, the amount that he should deal with the bank is minimum 7 million Bahraini dinar equivalent, which makes around 18.5 million US dollar. So regulatory body does not want us to deal with small transactions. They allow us to only compete if there is any opportunity and it is above certain threshold. And the second restriction for wholesale banks is we are not allowed to deal in Bahraini dinar. Of course, when the market is small, there are regional or some wholesale banks might also affect the market. That's why the regulatory body has put some restrictions on this. Other than those, there are 17 branches of foreign banks, 8 representative offices of international banks, 34 insurance companies. Out of this 34, 6 are takaful, which is Islamic insurance, and 2 re-takaful companies, 53 investment business firms, and 86 specialized licenses. Bahrain has been long recognized as a global leader in the Islamic finance, playing host to the largest concentration of the Islamic finance institutions in the Middle East, and home to a number of prominent global Islamic standard setting organizations like IOFI and IIFM and CIBAFI. Islamic financial institutions offering a host of Sharia compliant products and services in Bahrain, Murabaha, Mudaraba, Wekala, Istisna, and some other products as well. Those are in general about the banking system in Bahrain. Of course, if you have any other inquiries or questions, I will try to address them as well. Thank you.